This video is mainly intended for those people who don't have time to learn this language, but they eagerly want to get English fluency. Look, doesn't matter how busy you are in life, but if you are going to inculcate and implement the three things which I'm just about to share with you, you will take your English to the next level. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about reading, writing, speaking and listening in English, but now I have something else to share with you. Couple of days back or couple of months back, I was literally swamped with a lot of stuff and I was not able to practice my English. I literally skipped my reading, my listening, my speaking, my writing, my everything. Then I found these three interesting things and I started doing it. And the results were marvelous, and that's why I'm quite excited to share it with you. Alright, let's move for our method number 1, okay, which is quite interesting because here you do not need to put a lot of time and an extra effort. You can do it anywhere and no one is going to notice you. Alright, so what you are gonna do, you are going to describe each and everything, whatever is there in your surroundings. Critical thinking. Alright, how you are going to do it, let me tell you. Whether you are playing with your children or you are just talking with your spouse or you are just talking to a manager, maybe you're going for your office, you're coming from office, you're doing your household chores. It doesn't matter where you are, how busy you are. You can simply see in your surroundings, okay? Just pick one step for a day maybe, or 3 or 2, okay? Simply take, let's suppose I've taken this plant. Alright, how I'm going to do critical thinking here. First, simply you have to start with basic. Alright, I will see, okay, this plant is so beautiful. This plant is so fresh. The leaves are green in color, right? And I can talk about the stem. Okay, this stem is so fragile. This plant is so fragile. Or I can see it's so thin, not so thick. Okay. After talking about this physicality, alright, so now you will jump for critical thinking. Now, what is critical thinking? As you can see, I was talking about physicality, okay, about the appearance, right? Whatever I could see, now I will talk something beyond physicality, beyond this appearance, right? Let me give an example how you are going to do it, okay? Plant. It's a very small plant, right? But what we learned from this beautiful plant, as you can see right now, this plant is very fragile, right? If you just, try to break it, easily you will be able to break it. Somewhere we are like plants only, okay? This time this plant is very little, very fragile. If something will happen in life, anyone can disturb it. A storm can come and break it down, right? But do you know what? It will struggle a lot, with a storm, with this and that, with season, right? Season will change. Sometimes there will be winter, there will be summers, but still it will be growing. It will be facing all the struggles which life will throw on the path, right? Once this little fragile plant will become a big tree, it will stand like a very strong tree. And then it doesn't matter how many storms are coming, what is happening in life, but this tree will be still, this tree will be giving us shade. This tree will be giving us fruits, right? Okay, so it was an example of critical thinking which you have to do in your mind. Alright, so I have given you example of this plant, but you can take example of anything, whatever is there in your surroundings, right? You can take example of people who are in your surroundings. You can take example of phones which they are using. You can talk, okay, this phone is good, black in color and this and that, and then later on you will move for other things like technology, then you will get into it, right? And you will check the nitty-gritty details. That's how you can do critical thinking. The more you do critical thinking, the more you teach your mind at how to connect thoughts and how to take this deep knowledge which is there in your deep lexicon. Yes, I have not mentioned here what is deep lexicon and what is surface lexicon yet. I'll tell you But understand, all the great interesting vocabularies and interesting knowledge, everything is there in your deep lexicon. When you do critical thinking, you simply take it from your deep lexicon to your surface lexicon, and your surface lexicon is something where everything is active here, popping out, and it is on your tongue, so easily you can deliver, easily you can use it. All right, now second interesting method is whispering to yourself alone. Here I'm not talking about talking in your mind, and I'm not talking about vocalizing out loud. All I'm talking about whispering. Look, when I say talk to yourself in your mind, you say I distract. I distract a lot when I talk to myself in mind. I just see something and again I distract. And when I say okay, vocalize it, then you say, you know what, people will judge me in my surroundings if I vocalize and talk to myself. So here's the hack for you. Whisper. Now what will you do? You will talk like this. Yeah, I'm thinking that I should go there, but I should go or not. Yeah, let's see, tomorrow I'll go. Today I have a lot of things to do. Have you seen? I was talking something and you will enjoy it. Okay, let's suppose I have given a topic. I have given a topic to myself, and the topic is simply judgment. Okay, now I'm going to talk about judgment, where I'm going to whisper it. Judgment. Yeah, people in our surroundings, they judge us a lot. But you know, when people judge us, we must do some reality check. Like this. Okay, or if you don't want to make these type of expressions which I was making because I'm here right in front of you, you simply do like this. It's not, because sometimes people just try to judge you because they want to make you feel down. So I was just speaking something about judgment, right? Whisper to yourself alone. Here, talk about everything. And I don't know how you say that I'm not getting anything to talk. Oh my God, there are a lot of things to talk. You can, whether you can give a topic to yourself or you can take any situation. You are going through a lot of things in life, right? It can be finance, it can be your health, it can be your relation, it can be your mental health, it can be whatever you want to declutter, your mind, your room, whatever it could be. A lot of things are there to discuss. Instead of discussing it with others, better discuss it with yourself, right? So second is this practice which you're going to do. You're going to whisper a lot with you. Again, this is quite absurd, quite like uncomfortable activity. At first everything is uncomfortable. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become with it, right? So try this practice and you're going to enjoy it, and the result will be drastic. Third, very interesting method, and you are going to enjoy it a lot. Okay, so the third method is imbibe, simultaneously imitate. Okay, imbibe and simultaneously imitate. I do it a lot, and now I'm going to tell you that how you are going to do it. This is the activity which takes least possible effort but shows drastic results. Then why not to do it? Okay, there is no room for doubt. All right, so imbibing is simply that you have to pick your favorite person and whatever your source of knowledge, from wherever you grasp knowledge, where you actually feel you are resonating, where actually you find their speech is quite rhythmic, right? And then you simply absorb. So first is imbibing. Now you're imbibing, simultaneously you are imitating. Let me tell you, if I'm going to imitate my favorite person. Okay, here I'll show you practically that how you will do it. Yes, practically, not practically. So here I'll show you how you will do it practically, where I will just hold phone. Okay, whereas your phone will be anywhere, maybe in your pocket or somewhere. You will put your earphones and then you will do it. You can do this practice in two ways. All right, if you think you are free, you are alone, people are literally sitting in far distance, then simply what you can do, you can put your phone right in front of you, anywhere where you can see, and then you can imbibe, simultaneously you can imitate. Another way is, let's suppose there are people in your surroundings and you are not able to speak right in front of them, then simply you can put your phone in your pocket or anywhere else, but you can do it in your mind, right? So how I do it, let me tell you. Whether the phone is right in front of you or your phone is somewhere else. If the phone is right in front of you, you can check, but if not, you can simply put your earphones and then you can practice. All right, I'm going to imitate now. Obituaries. We see them in the news all the time. In a world of 8 billion odd people, more than 100,000 die every day. But today's obituary is a bit different. Not about a person. It is an obituary for the written word, aka books. It may sound absurd, but it will make sense. When was the last time you picked up a book? When was the last time you spent hours just reading, no phones, no TVs, no distractions, just pure blissful reading? For some of us, the answer could be yesterday, or in fact even today. Have you noticed? I was doing it here, right? I was watching, at the same time I was just trying to imitate. It's kind of shadow technique, right? When you are actually imbibing, at the same time you are simultaneously you are imitating that person, but you can do it in your mind too. Now see, I have put it in my ears, okay? I have just put these earphones, okay, my Bluetooth, and now I'm going to imitate. First I'll imitate, I'll vocalize it where other people will not listen, only people will not be able to listen what I'm listening, but they will be able to listen what I am saying. And another way is, neither they will be able to listen what I'm listening, nor they will be able to listen what I'm speaking. All right, let's just start with first one. So yeah, I'm going to speak. Obituaries. We see them in the news all the time. In a world of 8 billion odd people, more than 100,000 die every day. But today's obituary is a little different. It's not about a person. It is an obituary for the written word, aka books. It may sound absurd, but it will make sense. When was the last time you picked up a book? When was the last time you spent hours just reading, no phones, no TVs, no distractions, just pure blissful reading? For some of us, the answer could be yesterday, or in fact even today. But for most people, the answer is days, months, or even years. Now, have you noticed what I did? I just played video there and I was just listening, and at the same time I was vocalizing it. Another way is simply, you can say it in your mind, okay? Whether you see it or you can put simply a phone somewhere else. I was just behaving like I'm doing some household chores, and I was just listening, and at the same time I was imitating. Do it, imbibe, simultaneously imitate. And I have already shared with you 3 ways how can you do it, whether you can put your phone and vocalize out loud. Second, simply you can just put your earphones so no one will listen what you are listening, but they will listen what you are speaking. Another way is you can simply put earphones and then you can speak. Neither they will listen what you are listening, nor they will listen what you are speaking. All they will be able to see is what you are whispering, right? So simply do it. You will enjoy it. I do it a lot. Even if I, bake some chapatis, or I do my household chores, or whatever I do, when I go somewhere, I simply do this practice. It's very similar to shadow technique, right? You can call it a shadow technique and you can do it. But this is the practice which will take least possible effort but will show you drastic results. And now I'm looking forward to listen from you that what will be your experience. And it's not that one day you did it and okay, fine. No, you have to do it consistently. Without consistency, you will not be able to taste the result of anything, whether it is English fluency exercise or any other thing. So be consistent and then tell me the results. If you implement, if you inculcate it with consistency, you will get results and you will be able to taste what I have tasted. And it's not that I have tasted, I taste it every day. Now, if you think that reading and writing and other things are literally becoming tedious, monotonous for you and you're not getting enough time for these things, then you can do these 3 practices. And look, I'm not saying stop doing other things like reading, speaking, writing and other things. Do these things as well because these things are important. I said if you don't have time, then you can go for these things which I've just shared with you. Alright, so this is enough for today's video. So now if you have any queries regarding this video, please do let me know in the comment section, and if not, then go to the description box. There I have my email ID. Alright, you can just ask your problems if you want to ask personally. Alright, so if you think this video has added any value in your life, in your communication journey, then give thumbs up, share your lovely comments, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. And with this thing, let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.